Join me as you and I and you take a journey to become better writers together and geek out.
You know, I really thought I fixed that. You know, I reset the Wi-Fi, I restarted the computer, and I was like, oh, cool, everything's running perfectly. And of course, hiccup. But that's the love of doing a live show. Welcome to the Written Writ Late Right. And tonight, my not ready for primetime players are Shadow.
No, never ready, but I like sitting on the bench. So
Nat.
Yeah, we're fine on this end. You're just the one who's laggy a little bit.
Oh, that's funny. So it's just hiccuping for me. Well, that's great. That means I can play whatever I want and it won't hiccup for anybody else. Good. That's good to know. Roaming Tony.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also with you.
4.
I was looking for a Star Wars shirt. Best I got a Nemesis from Resident Evil, the black red. It's kind of like Darth Maul. I don't know. My Star Wars shirt is in the hamper somewhere, so sorry.
If he
I don't
doesn't
even know
show
what
up
my
in the
Star Wars
Obi-Wan,
shirts
I'm
are.
gonna be upset, man.
I don't even know what my Star Wars shirts are.
Oh man.
People
At
still
all
care
do I
about
know.
Star Wars.
And we already got a comment from Shen. Hey guys.
Hey, Shen.
And we all know that Shen is the amazing artist that we all support and show off every week here on the Written Writ.
Follow her at Floof Schmello.
Floof Schmello.
FLOOFSHMALLOW at all
You
social
will not
medias.
regret.
Ah, you're getting good at that. Floof Schmello. And it's beginning to flow now. Floof Schmello. There you go.
If you
We
want to
tripped
say it
up on that
very
before.
properly, you can say Floof Schmallo.
Floof Schmaller. I feel all German now. Yeah, Floof Schmaller.
It is the pinnacle of the art world.
Be
The
very
upper
quiet.
crust.
See, if you cosplay as like a a highfalutin, gallery guy, maybe we can
Well,
sneak into
funny you
some
say
nice
that.
places,
Very funny you say that. See,
Uh-oh.
just this weekend when we went to Castle Point Anime Con, Shen cosplay as a very high class character, a
Ooh.
You have
certain
pictures of it?
Meltreless superstar.
She had a tuxedo on.
From up north. Yeah.
She was only
a
recognized
cute
by
penguin.
one person.
A penguin.
Meltreless is not a penguin, Ralph. It is a leviathan.
Uh-huh. Penguin. Oh my god. So have you guys been voting on your game of tunes?
Yeah, losing every day.
Dude, I feel like every time we pick somebody, they lose.
Oh man.
Not promoting propaganda, Ralph. I
So
will
we gave
bring
Moon
the
Knight a
comments
run.
against you.
Oh man.
We gave Moon Knight a run for it,
Yep.
Hi, Will Payton.
Ah, it's Will Payton. And he's right in time to say Happy Star Wars Day, folks, as we see Russell's nice Star Wars piece for the day. He did a great job at that. Look at it go.
Is that the new Mandalorian?
Yeah, I just had to put this up because he did such a beautiful job with it. And then he put all the steps in there, the video's going, and it's Star Wars Day. And we're all like, may the 4th be with you.
To be honest, you guys are the first people to do that to me.
Ever? Or
That's because you hang out with the wrong geeks.
They
Like,
haven't made a Star Wars anime
I have
yet?
seen less Star Wars stuff today than I normally would on May the 4th.
But if it was
There you
Shiro
go, guys.
Day, but if it was
There
Shiro
is
Day,
the
they
game
go
of
over.
tunes. The new versus is Martin versus Zero Man.
Zero Man?
Give me a
You
rough
mean
one.
the best character in Squid Game?
Zero Man.
Squid
Yeah.
Game guard.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I voted
Squid
for him.
Boy.
He's losing. He's losing. So last I checked,
Who's losing? Squid Boy or
Squid
Martin?
Game. Squid Game.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm surprised.
Squid Game
Well,
guard. Yeah.
It's kind of weird because everybody thought we thought was gonna win, like Peacemaker or Moon Knight. They're all losing, so I guess it makes sense that Squid Boy is losing.
Yeah.
So guys,
We're definitely not running, numbers on it or anything.
I had no.
But that's so hard. Oh my
I
god!
had
But
no
this is
part
so hard.
in Moon Knight almost winning, coming back from behind. And it had nothing to do with the fact that I was sending Moon Knight everywhere. No, that's not what I was doing.
The many aggressive text messages like, yo, you
Vote
vote on
Moon
Moon Knight yet? Yo, man, you want some of that Moon Knight, man?
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't believe Robin won, even though Robin is really cute.
That was a good one
He's
though,
pretty
man.
cute, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like them both, Robin, Peacemaker.
Oof. Current numbers are 84% for Marvin, 16% for Squid Game guard.
Nice.
Wow.
So
I have a feeling Marvin's gonna win.
yeah.
So
He's still a
Ronald,
Looney
show how
Tunes
many
character,
votes?
so he's still a Looney Tunes character. Still got a lot of love, but
Oh yeah,
I don't know,
people
like
love Marvin. And
for
he's
me, like the
really-
Squid Game guy is just subliminal message, man. I look at him, I see my PlayStation. So.
You mean PlayStation
People
Man?
are upset with society.
I see my PlayStation button. So
It's PlayStation Man. Wait. No, it's Travel and Root Beer.
Hey,
Hey,
Whoa,
dude.
what's up, brother?
Hey,
My
I
man.
like saying Travel and Root Beer.
That's because you're thirsty.
I am thirsty, but I still like to say Travel and Root Beer. Yes. So, Game of Tunes, check it out. Vote for Martin Marvin the Martian, or PlayStation Boy.
no, if you don't find anyone named Martin, vote for the Squid Game guy. You see some guy named Marvin? Ooh, yeah.
And remember, Game of Tunes is going to be at CradleCon with Shadow and Phil, who's going to be on the show in a minute. We're all going to be at CradleCon.
Super excited.
Well, I like to say Written Writ Ralph too.
Well, I would like to say Written Writ Ralph too. All right. I like to say Written Writ Ralph, but that's just me.
How you doing?
I am Written Writ Ralph, and this is the Written Writ. Late right, or right late, or right night.
Can we really call it a late write if we aren't writing?
We can call it whatever we want. Man, you don't
Dude,
blame the guy selling
I'm
it. You
always
let people
right.
come back and buy it.
I write the day before.
Yeah, exactly. There you
The day
go.
before. Sometimes.
Oh, we creators, we create. That's what we do. We create.
I created a resume.
All right, so you guys were talking about Floof. Let's show her stuff.
Yes. There she is, top of the list. Top of the list, man. Mwah. Mwah.
It is so colorful. It is so beautiful. The art is just amazing.
That one's
You know.
old, by the way. Like, that's some of her old stuff.
Well, you can
That's
see
her
that
cute
because this
stuff.
is the recent stuff, and you can
Yeah.
see the progression of her art from this to this, and it leaps and bounds, man.
And
Look amazing, like on.
and
a-
you
on
should
a
see what she's
t-shirt or
currently
something,
working
or-
on right now. Like, what she's working on.
Ooh.
Mwah.
This is just
Gorgeous.
beautiful, man. This would look great on a t-shirt.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I'd buy one of those.
Shen is just in the comment section yelling, but it's beautiful.
Pay no mind to that. It's okay.
Oh, this is just amazing, man. I love her art. It's
great.
really beautiful. You guys
Sorry,
check
Shane,
out
you're too
Floof.
talented to let that be
Exactly.
unnoticed, you know.
Check out Floof Schmallow because she is the thing.
Follow her,
Yeah.
repost
You know-
it a ton.
You know, you got me at
Stories and
Okami, so Capcom game, so
Yeah.
so nice.
Oh man. So let's bring in Phil so we can get to some of these Kickstarters that we are looking at, especially since they're all funding, which is fantastic. It's
It would be a
great to see that.
tragedy to let Phil sit in the back room for 2 months.
Yes, it would be a tragedy to let Phil sit in the back when he could be right here with us, enjoying the craziness that is the Written Writ.
What's going on, guys?
Hey,
What's
man.
going
Thanks
on,
for having me
Phil?
on again. I want everybody to know that Tony
Fourth
saved
two-
me that
Oh.
$43. By the way,
Tony,
in
you are
honor
the
of-
man. No wonder we call you Roman.
in honor of
Congratulations,
Star Wars Day,
man.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
He's wearing his shirt. I can't find my shirt anywhere. So.
I'm gonna do you one better. My wife's art.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
I'll put you up.
cool.
Yeah, that is an amazing piece that she did for you.
Sorry about the glare.
Oh,
My
look
wife
at that,
is
man.
badass.
She is such an artist.
She's 15 years younger. She looks like a supermodel. People don't know how the hell I got her. I don't either. I don't care. And she can draw her ass off. So smart men marry up.
That's yeah. We gotta do it, man. You know, we have to marry up.
Oh, I sure as hell did.
Travel Root Beer says, so when's Tragedy the movie coming out? And are the ScarJo rumors true?
Let me tell you something. I don't know if that would ever happen, but I think it would be a badass movie. I think it would be actually a great like Netflix streamed show, to be honest with you. I mean, it would be a lot of fun.
I agree with you. I feel like you do better justice to your property as a series. That way you can actually develop it the way that your book is going, you know?
Well, I mean, I wrote 22 issues. I mean, you know, and that's slow for me. I would have had like 50 by now if I didn't have day jobs. And the key word is day jobs.
Exactly.
Bastards.
Well, you know how it is. You got to pay for the dream. You know, you got to pay for the dream.
Well, so far, thankfully, the dream is paying for the dream, but I got to pay a mortgage and for kids.
But
Well, that's all
seriously,
part
though,
of the
man.
dream, man.
But congrats, man. You funded in 4 hours, man. Congrats.
4 hours, man.
Thank
Dude,
you.
that was great. We were on last night live, and I was in the comment section helping fill out as much as I could as I was
thank you.
falling asleep.
Well, hey, the very first one I ever launched was a 6-hour live party, man. We were just
Oh,
having
I
fun.
remember that one.
The
I
second
stayed
one
on
was
with you for the
about
whole thing
3.
for that one.
Yeah, the second one was like 2.5 to 3, and this one was 2 hours and 45 minutes. And as soon as I got off the live stream,
funded.
I got a message going, "Congratulations, you funded." Because I try not to look at it, to be honest with you, because otherwise I'll be like every 5 seconds, like, what is it now? What is it now? Did anybody move? So yeah,
our screen joke was that I told Phil that, you know, I donated $43, and then we were talking about the campaign being funded, and I said, yeah. I gave the $43 at the very end. That's why you got funded. that was our screen joke. So. I did.
Look, I mean,
I did give 43 though. Not at the
yeah,
very end.
listen, my buddy Billy, he's rocking it as always. His Indiegogo start 80,000 in the first 4 or 5 hours, and here he is. He's a legend in the industry. I mean, she is like, you know, everybody talks about Eastman, you know, and the Image guys, but Billy came out of nowhere at Crusade Comics on his own.
Yeah.
Did it himself. I mean, all
Yep.
himself. He didn't use any big publisher, and then he was doing crossovers with Sylvester and Top Cow and Marvel with Daredevil. So Billy doesn't get enough credit for what he's done. And, you know, kudos to him. He's a good friend. He even posted, he was so kind. He posted that he you know, that he pledged for Tragedy. And you saw the promos we were doing where we were saying the 2 baddest women in comics launch. So Billy's a good guy. Debbie's cool too.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here. He's at 35,000. He needed to fund at 10,000. That's just amazing.
Yeah, and like I said, of
art
all the
on
people in
this
the industry, he deserves it.
is breathtaking, man.
That's beautiful.
Well, that's Kenneth
Wow.
Rocafort. Kenneth Rocafort's amazing.
Yeah, I saw this. I thought it was a cosplayer.
Yeah.
I guess we can play She's video as long as you guys can see it. So there we go.
Greetings, everybody. 28-year comic book veteran Billy Tucci here, and I am so excited to introduce you and to welcome you to our latest Kickstarter campaign, She's a Korra! Crusade Comics brings you the final chapter to the She Return of the Warrior trilogy, setting the final fiery stage for a samurai showdown of epic proportions. Upon learning that she's full-blooded Japanese, Anna Ishikawa has unlocked a danger that she's not prepared for. Her birth mother's wrath that comes in the form of an automaton-like killer bent on destroying all that she loves. At the same time, her daughter Hotaru, having survived the trauma in Haikyuu, actually feels empowered by the experience and succumbs to an inner violent streak with savage repercussions. But wait, there's more! Teen She is joined by superstar variant cover artists Asha Krishna, Gordon Lima, and Jeff Chapman. We're also offering lots of other She-related items, including original art, prints, T-shirts, commissions, and special editions, including the Ash Cantor Crusade's next great adventure, John Brolia and my long-awaited sequel to Zombie-Sama, Zombie-Sama 2, Dorm of the Dead. So please, join us on our latest crusade and harken back to the days when comics were fun and thought-provoking. I promise you, you're going to love She's a Korra. I'm just going to smash myself in the face with this thing. I broke it. I broke my bell, Scala. I broke my bell. I literally broke my bell smashing against my head.
Dude, I love Billy. He's always a great interview. That's why, like, anytime we get there, I like to put him on, just so, hey, just say whatever you need to say. And he's really quick, man. I think, Phil, you're on mute.
No,
Okay.
I just wasn't
All right.
speaking.
I thought I saw you. I was like,
I'm trying not to be a big mouth. I'm trying not to be a big mouth
Billy,
because, man, when you get me going about promotion, I'm just going to ramble on.
Well, yeah, like I said, we love Billy. Anytime we have him on, it's just a fantastic interview. He has so much great energy. You saw how beautiful all this art is and his book, and you can tell that people are going crazy for it because he's at $35.
Yeah.
Thing about Billy is he's authentic. What you see at shows is how he is if you go to his house and hang out with him. A lot of these guys and gals, when you go to the show, they're putting on a con face, and then that's not really them. But Billy is authentic. This is him. He's a good guy.
That's why we like Billy here. All right, let's see who else do we put up because everybody's really getting the. You know what? Let's put Wonder Duck on because we're gonna have him on Monday on Apple Bites at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can hear all about Wonder Duck and this amazing duck superhero. And I've been reading up a little bit on the duck himself because I have the first book over here. So it looks really interesting. I like where this is going. I like what he has. And I love the fact that it has that feeling of DuckTales because I love DuckTales. And he's already funded. He's at 1,196. He has 36 backers and 27 days to go. But guys, like I like to say, you want to get these books really funded so that the artists can actually keep doing the work that they need to do in order to get their books out there. The more money you can give them, the better chance they have of getting their books to where they need to be. So just because you see something's funded doesn't mean that you should stop supporting the book.
I agree.
You can get in on the bandwagon and enjoy something that's going to be even better because you backed it.
All these creators are struggling, so don't think that they're in the clear just because they funded. They got their print run.
Every day they're out there. Well,
How the
YouTube might
movie
flag
says
me.
DuckTales. Ooh.
YouTube might flag me. So.
So, guys, you guys want to learn more about this beautiful project? We will have Jorge Medina here on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time for Apple Bites. So come join us. And
Hang on, I call him Jorge. He goes, "Call me George." You call him Jorge. Is it a Latin thing? I have to be Latino. Is that it?
You know what it is? He hasn't told
Right?
me to call him George yet. If he tells me to call him George, I call him George, but his name is
Because I
spelled
told him.
Jorge.
I know. I said I was calling him Jorge, and him and Sam are laughing. I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Call him George." I'm like, "All right." Do I just sound like a really, really pasty guy when I say that, or was he?
It's funny because if it started with a G, I would call him George, but it starts with a J, so I'll call him Jorge.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll have to take it up with him. I'll ask him.
It's funny, like I have people call me Antonio. I say, no, my name is actually Anthony. It's not Antonio, and I'm telling you to call me Anthony. It's actually they just call me Antonio. I said, okay, whatever.
That's how I always do it.
Antonio.
It all depends on how you spell it. If you spell it a certain way, I'm gonna say it that way.
Yeah.
I'm really Philippe. No, I'm just kidding.
Philippe. Yeah, you're right. It is Philippe.
It's like when
You know,
you
I had a
think
guy.
my
I
name
went
is
to.
Jonathan or Nathanael, and it's like no, those are both wrong.
I went into a restaurant once, and they were like, "What? Putting my name down to reserve the table." And I swear to God, this 19-year-old kid spelled my name Phillup. I looked at him and I said, "You didn't finish school, did you? You dropped out in kindergarten,
that
didn't
is
you?"
a far out. Like that's not even close to.
I'm not
He's
making
learning
that up either.
phonetically,
I said,
man.
"He goes, what's your name?" I said, "Philip." Exactly. He spelled it phonetically, but you never heard the name Philip before, and you spelled Phillup. It's like, wow, kindergarten really kicked you out.
Yeah, at least your name wasn't spelled ghetto.
Ghetto?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've told Ralph this, but one time I went over to Wendy's, and they wanted my name for my order. So I told them, "Yeah, my name's Nathan."
No. Oh, sorry. There's a comment.
They spelled my name
you got it, Trevor.
Neithayen.
Wow.
What?
No kidding.
What? What the? My brain hurts.
I know.
Ow.
Right? How did you remember how they spelled it? That's so convoluted.
Because it's so convoluted that you just remember it.
That is hilarious.
Wow. That's. You know what? I'm just gonna move on to our friend Dirk Manning and his Cthulhu Jr. because it is a fantastic little book, and they've already funded. They were supposed to get to 7,777, great number, and they are at 8,444.
And it's not even a day. Look at them. Congratulations. Yeah. Damn.
All right, let's play the video and see what it's all about.
Hello, friends. Dirk Manning here.
And I'm Scoot McMahon.
And we're very excited to bring to you The Adventures of Cthulhu Jr. and Friends, a story about a wannabe supervillain who has to capture the son of Cthulhu in order to be admitted to the League of Evil.
It's an all-ages book about monsters, family, and trying to stop the end of the world.
In this Kickstarter campaign, we're excited to be offering you a Kickstarter-exclusive hardcover edition of the book that'll collect the whole series.
That's right. It collects the whole story, all 5 issues of content, including a Kickstarter-exclusive hardcover edition.
We're also very excited to be teaming up with Rip Rap Toys to offer a 12-inch stuffed plushie of Cthulhu Jr. himself. I mean, look at him. Look how cute he is. You can get just the book, you can get just the doll, or if you like, you can package them together in a bundle discount where you can get both of them or maybe even more.
Remember, the more pledges and pre-orders we get, Everyone who's at least purchased the hardcover edition will get more stretch goal bonuses for free.
On behalf of all of us involved in producing this book, we thank you for your support, friends. We're very excited to bring you the Kickstarter exclusive hardcover, a plushie, and as many stretch goals as we can unlock. So again, thank you very much for your support, and let's get to it.
Does he look a little like a young Ray Liotta from Goodfellas?
I keep trying to figure out who he does look like. You might be right.
And I don't mean that as like a knock or making fun of him at all. That's what he reminded me of.
I think that's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah, really, everything Goodfellas was pretty cool.
Yeah, I used to read Dirk Manning like on Userama back in the day, and whenever he like likes anything that I post, I'm gonna be like, like it's like what? like
Yeah, Source Point rejected Tragedy.
like geez.
I'm surprised, actually. I
They
feel like
said-
it fit right in.
The basic gist is because they don't want ongoing series.
Ah, they like their mini series or the limited series.
Well,
Okay.
If you think about it, the money that they would have to cover for, I mean, if the book starts to build momentum or if it does get a good print run, how much money are they fronting every month for a print
That's
run?
true.
And they probably don't have that capital or don't want to invest that capital. So they'd rather, invest it in the one-time book, see if it does well, and then, do your second printings, third printings. But if I'm printing a new issue every month and they got to cover that print run, that's a lot. It's an investment on their part,
That's a huge investment, yeah.
Yeah.
I never realized that, I guess I realized, but at the same time, I never realized that, if it's ongoing series, then you have to like dedicate resources to that for as long as it's ongoing.
Yep. That's all right. They'll all regret it.
This is funny because that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be, though. It used to be that everything was ongoing, and then it was rare to get books that were limited. I feel like now it's the opposite. Now everything's limited, and very few books are really ongoing. And even when they're ongoing, they're not really ongoing. Like Marvel likes to do this whole, look, it's Spider-Man for 24 issues with these two creators, and then it's going to start over at number 1 with these other creators. I know Tony was upset with that recently.
Oh yeah, I said it on Mondays. Yeah, the X-Men I got X-Men 1 through 24 by Hickman and X-Men 1 through 10 by Dugan. Yeah, try putting them away. A whole lot of fun. Try putting them in order in a box. A whole lot of fun. The legacy number is that small, by the way. If you want to know what number it really is. Good time.
Legacy number. That's all cheating.
That's
cheating.
like, yo, imagine having a convo in the comment section. Could never be me. Unless I don't know who this Nat guy is, but
Yo, Ralph just putting all of us on blast right now. just ignore everything that Tony and Traveler and Root Beer have been saying. Just put me on blast.
I said Goof Troop too. Come on.
No, he said zombie Huey, Dewey, Louie. I'm like, come on, man. I had to say no.
Oh, that was great, man. I can't believe
said
you
no,
actually...
but you were talking and Ralph was doing the thing.
Yeah, Shadow needs to make a statue of Scrooge McDuck dressed as a samurai on a mountain of duck-billed skulls fighting off zombie Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Dude, can you imagine that?
No.
I would like to see this as a commission piece.
I'm down for it.
No, you Dewey, Louie. Nope. Pull what I said. Can you pull what I said? Because I responded.
Oh, you did? Okay, here we go.
Put what I said. There you go.
No zombie Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Blasphemy. April, May, June, Daisy's nieces are up for grabs.
Nah, leave the ladies alone.
If you know
who
April, May, and June are, you're awesome. Because if you know who they are.
All right, I think I got one more Kickstarter and we'll get to Tragedy, and that's just because Tentacle Kitty is at its end of it. I think it only has a couple of hours left, and I just love the fact that Tentacle Kitty is doing these D&D kitties, so to speak, because it would just caught my attention as soon as they put it up, and they were darn cute.
My God.
Oh,
jeez.
There you have it. Tentacle Kitty is 648,000.
Uh-oh.
See?
It's going up.
They got 4,559
We
backers.
just put them up. You
10
see
hours
those
to
numbers
go.
rolling.
That is
What happened?
crazy.
You put them on the screen, you see their pledges go up. You see that's just how we do.
Yeah, I can't wait. Put your watch. He'll put mine up and cricket.
Remember that time we put a campaign up, and when we put it up, it was just going up and up and
Oh
up. And
yeah.
Put up a campaign.
It went over 1 million.
And
or something.
it went from like 800, no 700, no 600,000 something to like 2 million. I was like,
oh man.
Oh,
Who's
you guys are
doing
talking
this that
about
it's got
the,
that kind of attention?
Tentacle Kitty's really big.
Tentacle
At
Kitty
the
is
very
huge.
least.
They've been around for a long time. We actually met them in the beginning of their career at New York City Comic Con, and we were there to interview them way back then. So I like touching base with them anytime I get, you know.
I mean, we did catch base with them again at Anime NYC.
Yeah, we did.
That's crazy.
See?
Talk about a fulfillment team. Holy shit. They need a fulfillment team. Look at that. That's crazy.
Shoot. They need a fulfillment army.
Yeah, really.
They have
That's not friends coming over for pizza and helping fulfill.
No. And it's funny because let me put the video on and you'll see how like wow this is.
Manga and anime are huge.
Will it play?
I don't
Hey,
think it likes
I guess
you.
they got rid of the video.
Play.
No, I don't think it likes you. That's what it is.
Hey, probably that's what it is, yeah.
But the numbers
just
did.
to explain it a little bit, what they did was they got the Tentacle Kitties. They only had one of these dice when this whole thing started. Now they got two separate dice with the Tentacle Kitty inside the D&D dice. There they go inside the D&D dice, man.
That's nice.
And what they did was they have these characters where you pick your character, and then you well, besides these characters, which are the other ones. Oh, is it? Let's see. Oh no, this is just gonna show.
Yeah,
me
it still
stuff.
doesn't like you.
All right, so here it goes. You choose your character, which can be the basic one, the ruffian, the orc, the rage, the mountain little one, and then you add to it your class. You know, mage, knight, rogue, thief. So it gives you a plethora of ways to go with these, and each one that you get gives you two different outfits. So when Phil is saying fulfillment, I'm like, dude, these guys are going to be like, because if you get the whole, can you imagine if you're ordering the whole set? Because there's a tier where you can order the whole set.
That's crazy. My mind would melt. It
I
would
don't
just
know.
leak out of my ears, man. That's crazy.
I don't know how they can pull it off. You know, I would love to see this whole behind the scenes on how
They've
them
done
pulling them
bigger.
off. Go ahead.
I believe they've done bigger.
Most likely. It's just that
Good
this
for
has
them.
more figures for, you know, especially because you have all this stuff, and
Yeah,
I
but you
know
forget
I know
there's
some
kinda
people.
like every GameStop and ThinkGeek right now.
Yeah, I know some people are gonna be getting every single class and every single character because it's the D&D geeks can be really geeky.
Well, they mix two great D&D and then kind of that manga style. So
Exactly.
I mean, both of those have huge, loyal followings.
Exactly.
Good for them. It's good
Oh
to
my God,
see
yeah.
It's good to see people grow like that and become successful.
Yeah, it's so funny because I remember them when they first started. There was just a little smaller company, and over the years they've just built and built and built and built and built. You know, so if you guys like Tentacle Kitty, go ahead and do Tentacle
That sounds
Kitty.
like a hentai to me.
He said, "Do Tentacle Kitty."
I can see where we are today, people. All right, with
Sorry, I
that,
brought
we
this whole
get
show
down
down.
to the tragedy of this whole thing, because Phil Russertt is here with his amazing book Tragedy, which I've read to issue 8 so far, and you guys have to pick this up. It's an incredible story. He actually does a very good job at writing this and taking you through the hero's journey. And he doesn't just take you through the hero's journey on one character. He takes you through the hero's journey on multiple characters. You know, some people end up on the hero end, some people end up on the villain end, but it's an interesting psychological profile of these characters and what they're doing in this universe.
Yeah, I mean, look, I grew up on superhero stories where there was actual dialogue in them. Unlike today, you get one word balloon, in every panel. And I love the action scenes, the spandex fighting, all that fantastical stuff. But I also like stories that are human and relatable and make you relate. You read this story and she's dealing with things that we all deal with on some level, man or woman, and you kind of, maybe it sparks something in you that what you're facing and dealing with, and then you kind of just you're going through the journey with her, and you're going through her failures and her triumphs as well. And I've been told I write dialogue very well in a more realistic fashion, which I hope so, because to me that's always kind of the downfall of an indie book is when dialogue is just not authentic. And I'm an old bastard, so I just draw on all the people I've met and how people interact and how they relate, and there's a little of everybody in these characters, I think, and I'm sure that there's someone you can all relate to when you read this.
Phil's project here is funded already. It's now at $4,387. It has 106 backers, and you still have 28 days to go.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I gotta
grateful.
admit, this was 4,100 and something when we started.
Yeah,
This
I'm
isn't even
grateful.
24 hours in, right?
Yeah, he's
At
funded
9
in
o'clock
4
we hit
hours.
24. So yeah, we're right after that. Yeah. I'm grateful to everybody that supported. I've actually, not through anything. I don't know if it's anything I've done, but through the 3 books, I've got a core group of followers that, that come back every time, and they're loyal, and they're telling me they love the stories. I've had Marvel writers and editors, big names, tell me that the writing is really good and that this is a solid book. Um, and I grew up loving these are writers and editors from Marvel and DC that have been around a while, and for them to tell me that it's obviously everybody loves affirmation, but to hear it from them, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to shout out their names, but these are people that created Marvel characters that are huge.
Right.
Hey, Will Playden, what's going on? One of my favorite people. He's an
Will,
artist that I
an
have the great
amazing artist.
privilege of
He has a good question for you,
representing.
Phil. Hey, Philip, are you considering a collected edition once you hit a certain issue? That's a great question.
Yes. The way I write is plot threads are opening, things are going on in the background that come to the foreground later, etc. But there is always like a main plot line going on as I'm building others. And by the end of issue 5, one of the plot lines is resolved. And at that point, I would do a collected volume on Kickstarter of the first 5 issues, and I'd probably get some huge name on the cover for fun.
Cool.
You're going to get a cover again. I'm just cycling through. I get
I might know a cover artist. I wonder who the
Listen-
fantastic Will Playden is talking about.
To be clear, I want Will back on a cover for Tragedy badly. There are so many people. I'm so grateful because I have literally, and I'm not making this up. It's not me trying to sound like I'm somebody, because I'm not a somebody in the industry. But I literally, as Angel,
Or
I
two.
I literally get at least 10 to 20 artists a day telling me, throwing me samples, saying they want to work, do a cover for the book. I also have a lot of friends in the industry because I run conventions that are mainstream household names that, would be willing to do the book. And I love art and artists, as you can see behind me. There's just so many people I want. I'm trying to give everybody a fair chance before I start circling back,
Right.
But Will did a beautiful painted cover for book 1 that sold out. I mean, I have a second printing, and Will is, I don't know how to explain it, but Will is one of those artists that you look at him and you go, why isn't this man on an Alex Ross level as far as fandom? It's confusing and baffling to me. The man is insane with what he can do, and I don't get it. But you know what? I'm proud to call him friend and work with him as his art agent, and we're gonna work hard and we're gonna get there, and the journey's for all of us. So,
The
but yeah,
hero's
this is an
journey
ongoing
is all of
series.
ours. Yeah.
This is an ongoing series, and I'll do a collected volume after 5.
I was wondering that myself because I know that you're the way you're writing, it feels like like you said, you close some doors, but you open other doors and you keep going. You do have a very similar style to Chris Claremont. I know that that's the best way to describe it because I know Chris was amazing at doing exactly that, which is implant things, put them there, and then come back to it later. When after he's been gone for a while and fixing the story the way he wants to fix it.
Well, I mean, think about it. Life, right? There's seeds being planted all the time, whether we see
Exactly.
them or not. Everybody you meet, whether it's for 5 minutes of your life or the next 5 months, they're a part of your life. There are these plot threads that are going on in your life. Meeting different people. Some are good experiences, some are crappy experiences. But that was the plot thread in your life. That while you have your main plot going on, you're having all these interactions and these things going on. There's things that you don't even see that are going on behind you, and next thing you know, they become in the forefront of your life. And not that I would ever compare myself to a legend like Chris Claremont, but as far as writing style, yeah, I mean that's what I loved about Claremont, especially with the X-Men run and anything he did.
Yeah.
Is it was a spider web that was just growing out, and he was creating this amazing universe where everything was relevant and moving parts and everything had significance. And the only thing I'd say is that I don't think I have the capacity he does to keep those things open as long as he did. So I do
He always
close.
amazed me at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-year plot
I mean,
lines.
to me, he made that book. Like, if you ever read
Yeah.
an X-Men comic before Chris Claremont, I mean, it's just a completely different thing. It's not, and not to insult. Of course, I can't insult Stanley Jack Kirby, but it's a completely different thing from when he came in and just
It's a whole different book.
really
If
put
you
that
look at
book on the
Stan
map.
Lee's
Yeah,
X-Men and Chris
yeah,
Claremont's X-Men, 2 different books.
17 years he wrote these characters. He knows
yeah.
them better than anybody.
Mm.
Yeah, man. And I just, I'm really enjoying this. Grace O'Connor is tragedy. She's the protagonist, and her mother is not in the picture. You don't know why now. You'll find out later in flashbacks. But I like using flashback sequences to tell story as well. This is a visual medium, and as a writer, I like to give my artists freedom to express and tell the story as well. So flashbacks are a great way for an artist to help tell a story without me having to force feed narrative on you.
Right.
So her father was the head of the Irish Mafia. Now, my dad grew up in Hell's Kitchen in the 50s and 60s and 70s, and the actual Irish Mafia was called the Westies.
Right.
And this is historical fact. So this takes place a lot in Hell's Kitchen. It's not a Daredevil ripoff. It's historical fact.
Mm-hmm.
Her father was the head of the Irish Mafia New York division, and he had his right-hand man, Seamus, and Seamus is married to Deirdre. Her father and her had a great relationship. He kept her away from that business, etc. It is not known right now if she knew he was the head of the mafia or not. When she was a little girl, he would take them to the theater, and they would go to get ice cream, and they were beautiful. Her father was loving, and she came across ballet, and she wanted to be a ballerina, and she became a ballerina. And the reason why I picked ballet is the flexibility, the strength you have to have, the coordination you have to be a ballerina, I thought was a great training without a training to explain how she could be thrown into being trained to be assassin and be so successful, right? Because she already had the grace, the acrobatics, the strength, the physique, everything there.
I have to agree with you only because Kadma is ballet background with kung fu, and that just mixes very well.
Nice. And so her father is murdered, and Seamus, his right-hand man, adopts her because him and his wife can't have children. Well, Seamus is a sociopath. The wife, Deirdre, wants a daughter because she can't have kids. And she loves Grace. Seamus just wanted to mold her. So he sends her away for 12 years at 17 years old to train to be an assassin for him, an elite assassin. She spends 2 years with a military training on firearms, explosives, grapple fighting, boxing, wrestling, all that stuff. She then spends 10 years at a Chinese temple in parts unknown. You know, this is where we get into the silly comic stuff with a master that trains her. I can't get into too much detail about that because that'll spoil a lot. There's different rival mafias. Now, she comes home, and book one takes over about 2 years after she's been home.
Right.
She hates Seamus. She knows he's a piece of garbage, but she wants and needs his love because she's got daddy issues. She lost her father. And the more she wants and needs his love and does his bidding, the more she hates herself for it and knows that she shouldn't. And it's developed this thing where she hates her life. She doesn't think she deserves a better life. She's very guarded. She's got a wall up because the people that matter to her are gone, you know, and the only people that seem to be in her life are people that use her. So she's dealing with rival mafias as well as her own inner demons, you know. And the point of the character is, like, have you ever met a woman that realized how beautiful, how strong, how smart they were? No. How capable? I've never met a woman that knew that, no matter how great they were. She's no different. And her strength is not that she wins every fight, it's that she gets up and fights anyway, even when she knows she's not going to win. She has her moment where she's breaking down in the shower, and then she's up the next day doing the next thing she's got to do. It's very real. It's, you know, very human.
She keeps moving forward.
Right. So, I mean, book one opens with a 4-page action scene where she basically breaks into a Chinese mafia warehouse, and you don't know why. But the Italian mafia sets something up to make the Chinese and the Irish fight each other so they can pick up the pieces and the business that is left over. So that's where that starts. The Chinese mafia, Jesse is the leader. He's not stupid, and he has his assassin called the Breath of the Dragon. The Breath of the Dragon has a gauntlet. He has these dragon gauntlets. It's the mouth, and the hands come out of the mouth. And one gauntlet has a flamethrower, and the other has a poison neurotoxin. So it's the Breath of the Dragon. The Breath of the Dragon has a secret ability that makes him pretty much unstoppable in a fight. You can't beat him. Nobody can beat him.
Right.
The Italian mafia is Joe and Tony, and Tony is this 6'8" chubby guy, but he's super strong, kind of like a Luke Cage guy. But his organs are not invulnerable, and neither are his eyes, because if they were, you know, if they're hard like that, you couldn't survive. So his skin is. So Breath of the Dragon goes up against Tony, and for the first time in Tony's life, he almost dies. And that really starts to affect Tony, and Tony starts dealing with his own mortality, because nobody could beat you ever in your life, and you just almost died. So it was it's hard for him. Joe is a tough guy, and he's like, you know, what did this guy steal your balls? So they're a dynamic that is like your buddies, how you bust each other's chops, but you know you're loyal and you got their back no matter how much you mess with them. So people tend to gravitate and love those characters. They're the bad guys that you like, and Seamus is the bad guy that you hate. Yeah. You like to hate Seamus, but you like Joe and Tony. The first issue ends shockingly. Breath of the Dragon, you're going to see it in the trailer. Breath of the Dragon goes up against Tragedy, because Tragedy is protecting Seamus' life. And the ending is very shocking and surprising to everyone.
Fantastic ending. One really hooked you, leaves you with that ending. And I know people started to complain because you do something amazing, and most people won't expect it, you know.
Book 2, I tease you, she's not in it. You don't know what happened to her. You don't get an answer to the end of book 1, and people are like, you bastard. But in a good way.
I like that a
Um,
lot, actually.
yeah, at the
Yeah, that's
very
great.
last page of book 2, do you get just a hint of something from the end of book 1.
Yeah.
But during book 2, Breath of the Dragon goes up against Joe and Tony, and there are some reveals. You find out Breath of the Dragon's ability. And I don't mind saying it because we're on book 3. If you haven't been on board yet, well, then too bad for spoilers. Sorry. Um, Breath of the Dragon wears that armor and he's relentlessly on top of you in a fight because he's an amazing martial artist, but because he has to be in proximity of you.
Right.
Because if he's in proximity of you, he can read your future 3 to 5 seconds in the future. So he knows what you're going to do before you do it. So you can't beat him. If you're going to throw a punch, if you're going to pull out a gun, he knows it's coming. So he's countering every move because he's reading your mind, basically. But his powers are going a little wonky. And that's his journey that you're going to find out. Because Breath of the Dragon's not a villain at all. He's being manipulated just like she is.
Right.
But for different reasons. You know, he's of Chinese descent, and honor is what's being used to manipulate him, a false sense of honor, where for her, it's her daddy issues. So, book 3, this is where you come on board, 36 pages full color. Book 1 is 30 pages, book 2 is 28 pages. I write for story, not page count. Book 3, you find out what happened after the end of book 1. And this is where the story really starts to open up.
Yep.
We developed other characters in book 2. We're going to develop more about characters in book 3, and we're going to see more of what we were hoping to see after book 1. And then book 4, I'm just going to tell you, it opens pretty freaking cool. You remember with Jesse in the building, the military?
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah, it's coming back to me. It's been a while since I read
I'll
them.
tell you
So
later. I'll remind
it's
you
funny.
later.
The other day I was like, I need to reread.
Yeah, and I'm excited because I mean, there's a lot of action in the book, but there's also some good human exposition, but it's not bogged down and dragged out and boring. You know,
That's what I like about it is that when you write, you're writing these characters, and you're giving a taste of who they are, and you're explaining them by how they're talking at the moment, what they're doing, and this is what's showing you who they are. You get a feeling for Tony because you see him and the other guy interact with each other, and you see them play off each other, and it's almost like a comedy duo. And at the same time, you're right. You start to look at them, and you start to like them, and you're like, whoa, okay, these guys are supposed to be the bad guys, but I like them.
And someone said this to me because I really couldn't wrap my head around it. Because at first glance, some people think it's just a vigilante book or it's a ripoff Black Widow or Daredevil, and it's nothing like that at all. I promise you. If you took the Boondock Saints and mixed it with Big Trouble in Little China, is what I've been told, that doesn't even touch the surface of what you have here. I mean, I go into things that deal with the first emperor of China and immortality. I go into mysticism. And then I've also got metahumans like Tony, who's super strong. I've got killer cyborgs. I have a photoreflexive villain that is a psycho bitch. I mean, I've got so much coming. You have no idea. And it's just, other than my, having children and my wife, I was a musician growing up, and I was fairly successful, and people would tell me how great I was at the drums and singing, and I never believed it. I looked at myself, I tore everything apart. This is the first thing I've ever done, other than marry my wife and have kids, that when I look at it, I'm actually proud of it. I feel I did a good job. Am I going to tell you I'm the best writer in the world? Of course not. Am I going to tell you that everybody's going to love the story? No, that's impossible. But I think it's a worthwhile investment for you to find out if you like the story. It's detailed, it's interesting, it's fun, and Ricardo Silva knocks the art out of the park. And Chris Sotomayor is a Marvel DC colorist. He's been on every book, and he's colored every major artist in the industry. I mean, 30 years, and he does the interiors. And Jason Meadows doing the letters, and I just did some letter edits for book 3 now. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of the team. And I appreciate them. And I think my book stands up to any book that's on the shelf in a comic store right now. And I'll ask you to buy it and tell me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, but buy it and find out.
I completely agree. I think everybody should give this book a chance. Just the excitement of the first issue alone, and that ending that nobody sees coming, it comes out of nowhere. And I feel like even if now that you're looking at the ending and you kind of have an idea of what happens, it just it just comes out of nowhere.
I mean, if you're willing to play the trailer, they'll see.
Oh yeah, definitely. We
And by the
started
way,
talking, so I had pulled it off.
it's an homage to Frank Miller too, and it's an homage.
All right, here we go.
So I mean, you got to remember we're on book 3, so that spoils things. But when people read the first book, that footage is actually from the book before I remastered the first book, which looks 10 times better and matches book 2 even more. Sean Chen, Sean Chen, artist of Wolverine, Iron Man.
Yeah.
And he walks up to me at the show. He goes in front of everybody. He goes, "You kill off your protagonist. How the hell do you do that?" And I'm like, "Sean, be quiet. People just bought the book to stand around you." But
dude, man, it was a long time where I'm like, "Did you see that? Did you see?" I wanted to talk to everybody about it, and I'm like,
you messaged me. You go, "Really? You killed her? That's some ballsy." You said something like that. You think that was ballsy? You killed her. Well, obviously, you see the eye open. She's not dead.
Right.
But the funny thing is, she's never referred to as Tragedy, so people didn't know if the book is about her really or not. It's called Tragedy. It could have been about something else.
That's
you
true.
didn't know. And I just love storytelling like that. You want the reader to be engaged and want to know what's coming next. You don't want it all spoon-fed.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest, if you don't have an attention span and you want everything tightly knit and thrown in one book and you get all your answers, maybe I'm not the book for you. But if you want to go along a journey, like you're watching a show or a movie and things are unfolding and each episode is just, piling on the last one and it's better and better, then I think this book is interesting for you because it is a journey. It's like watching, and everybody tells me who reads the scripts says they can envision in their head like they're watching a Netflix show.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think I tend to write like that. I'm probably more screenplay than I should be, but
Well, that helps you out though, because screenplay and
and
comic
thank you,
writing
Andrew.
are very similar.
Yeah, they are. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, look, it isn't just a vigilante tale. It's so much more. And like I said, a relatable character. It's a lot of fun, a lot of action. It's a beautiful looking book. And I don't know. I think just give it a shot. Even if you just on this, you just want to buy the $6 PDF of book one, or the catch up for book 1 and 2 of PDF is like $12. It's
Right.
$18 for the PDF for the 3. I'm not here to price gouge you. Yes, I have 14 covers. That's because I love art and artists, and I like to support and hire artists. But I am not. I just want you to read the story and hopefully enjoy it. I don't care how, whether it's the digital or whatever cover you pick. Just give it a shot. I mean, you spend $12 on a crappy Wendy's meal that's clogging your arteries and killing you now. How about forego Wendy's just one day and give it a shot? I don't think you'll be disappointed. And we have art tiers and everything.
I can't give it enough accolades. I really love the writing. As a writer, I like what you did. I like how you're crafting your characters. It's more than a vigilante story, because you, like you were just saying, you have Tragedy who's being puppeted by somebody else, and you have Breath of Dragon who's being puppeted by something else, and they're both being puppeted by different things. One of them by honor and one of them by daddy issues, and already you have something different going on.
And you're gonna find out there's a connection between the two of them. There's a connection.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Look,
people
like I
just
said,
like cover buys. There's 14 of them that are all worthy cover buys. So
Yeah, and books 1 and 2, like I said, because I run conventions, I've developed friendships with some big names: Will Spatasio, Larry Stroman, Ian Churchill, Sean Chen, Chance Wolfe, Adelso Corona, Keith Williams, Henry Martinez, Geraldo Borges, Mike DeBalfo, Tyler Kirkham, Al Garza, Alex Sinclair. Alex Sinclair colored one of the books here. Scott Hanna, who's inked some stuff for me. Chris Sotomayor, of course. I said Mike DeBalfo, Ryan Kincaid. We have covers from big names, but we also have some amazing indie guys that maybe you don't know yet, but you really should know. I mean, look at those interiors. Look at that. This is the book. And,
what amazes me about his style is you can actually see the improvement from book 1 to book 2 to book 3. There's very few artists you can actually see them improve in a series. But you can actually see him improve from issue to issue.
Well, the thing about Ricardo is he has no ego, and neither do I. And I respect his craft, and he respects mine, so we work well together. And we both just want to get better. And I've grown and learned a lot quickly as well. And the thing about Ricardo is I think he tightens up. He doesn't want to overdo it. And I told him, I said, dude, let loose the hounds of war. Let it go.
Yeah.
If we have to rein it in a little bit, we'll rein it in. But it's a comic book. Let it out. Let it go. Don't tighten up on me. Don't worry. We're good. Let's have a fun time with this, And yeah, I mean, that's Kevin Stewart, who I also represent, and Mata Zapata on colors, who I represent. That's the studio cover. I mean, they're just fighting so fierce, they're going right off a building.
Yeah. Kind of reminds you of the classic comic book covers.
Right? And like an old Batman cover or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Kevin did a great job, and Mato knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. One of the great things is the many beautiful covers you have.
Like the
you've made it really. I've told you before. You made it really difficult, especially this time around, to just pick 1 or 2 or 3.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Being an art collector, I buy all the original art too. I own all these covers, and it's just a freaking blast to see my character drawn by other artists in different ways. It's flattering, it's humbling, and it's just fun. And I love all the covers. So, and the good news is I get to have a cover of each one. I get to keep one of each one.
Wow. That's just amazing, man.
We had 50 covers between the first 2 books because I also did Indiegogo campaigns and covers. And like I said, I'm not trying to gouge anybody. We made a book of covers for the first 2
amazing
issues.
book of covers, yeah.
Now, if I was trying to use the variants to suck money out of you, I wouldn't have made a book of covers. That'd be a dumb move.
Yeah.
I made the book of covers because there were people that were saying, there's so many. And I get it. You're working your job that you're probably not happy with. And if you're lucky, you're getting you $10 or $15 an hour for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking you to spend $15 on a book. So I understand the sacrifice you're making and the trust you're putting in me to get my book. I understand it. And I appreciate it. And I'm going to make it worth your while. I use the highest cardstock, gloss paper. It's a quality hard book, especially if you want to get a graded cover from one of the big names or whatever.
Right.
I want to make sure you can get that 9.8 or more. And just top-notch art and storytelling and colors and letters. And you're investing in me. I promise you I'm going to invest in you. Every single one of the 106 backers and whoever else joins in, you will get your money's worth. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Even in issue 1 and 2 with some of the beautiful covers you have there, the art in the book is amazing. The storytelling is fantastic. Just look at this cover right here. Wow.
And if you get the mystery box, which we'll only have about 12 left, you get an ice blue foil of that.
Of this one?
When you scroll down, you'll see it. It's gorgeous. It's an ice blue foil. It's all blue, and it's a foil. And that's the Alex Sinclair cover with Scott Hanna inks.
Wow.
Over our
Dude, I can just see this as a metal cover. Damn.
Yeah, foil and metal, that would be killer. I actually thought about making metal prints out of this.
Yeah, you can see it. And I know your foil covers are beautiful because I've seen them in person, especially that lava thing you do. And I can see this one in the lava. Oh.
Yeah, it would be amazing. I know.
Yeah, these are just some beautiful covers. And of course, we have to have a Steph Wilson cover.
Yeah, knock down the boobs a little bit, but there you go.
He's done a great job. He's actually done an issue for each book, right? For 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, he's done a cover for each issue. Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't done like a Steph Wilson tier.
I thought about that, but the thing is, all of his fans are so loyal that they buy them up at the time. So I didn't think that they would rebuy them again. It would be a wasted tier.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I have all the original art too.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Sean Carlson. The symbolism on this. She's got her back to the ballet stage audience, and the ballerinas are all there performing, and she's got this face on like, I have to leave that life and go to this one. And Sean gave her an athletic build. You know, a lot of people draw her very soft and feminine with the curves, which is great, but this is a top-notch athlete. This is an Olympic level athlete, and he drew her as such. And I love this cover. It's awesome.
This is just beautiful, man. Just really beautiful, breathtaking. And of course, this En Vue cover.
I love this one.
Wow. This takes the story that you're telling and puts it on the cover.
You know, En Vue is not only a really talented artist and just a sweetheart of a person, but she right away, I don't know, maybe it's because she's a young woman, but she right away connected to the character and understood what I was writing, and she got it. And it was awesome.
This is just breathtaking. Like I said, it's making it really difficult for me to, because I bought the pick 3 tier.
I saw
and I was like,
thank you.
Oh man, I'm in trouble because I want more than 3. And of course, our buddy, our pal, John Ottinger did an amazing job with this.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful John Ottinger cover.
Love John. She's doing this gothic dance. You know, like it's this really, I don't know, gothic maybe isn't the word, but just look at the way you could see like her fluid movement, but yet there's a darkness to that. It's just so freaking good, man. By the way, Ralph's like, shit, he didn't need me for voiceovers this time, and he hasn't needed me for fulfillment yet. Otherwise, I could have got all these free covers. God
exactly.
Don't worry, Ralph. You know I take care of you.
Dude,
Oh, we got
man,
another
you know,
backer. I don't know if it's anybody that's been watching, but thank you to whoever that backer was, sincerely.
oh, cool. There you go. People just jump. Oh my God, I got to tell you,
Let me tell you a
I
story.
love the Ottinger, but this feels like classic comic book cover.
Let me tell you about this cover. Ray Acevedo drew her with a city background, and I love this version of her. It's kind of got like a J. Scott Campbell feel, but it's Ray's take on it.
Right.
I love this version of her. She's doing that ballet move where you jump and you cross your toes, you point them straight down, but you cross your feet. I don't know what the name of it is. While holding sword, brilliant, right?
Right.
But I went to Ray and I was like, Ray, I want to use this cover because he was part of the cover contest and he didn't win, but I felt this is a great cover. I said, but the thing is, the city background has been done to death. Can we do something else with the background? And he said, sure. Now, Mato Zapata was going to color the cover. And Mato's like, hey, I got an idea if he's okay with it. So I go over to Ray and I go, Ray, Mato has this idea for background. Are you okay with that? If not, no problem, because I never want to offend an artist.
Right.
Ray Acevedo, total professional, not an ego at all. He goes, yeah, man, if he's got a background, sure, I'd love to see it. So if you look, that's a bullseye, right?
Yeah.
On her. But you've got the newspapers in the one ring, set of rings, and the other one is a theater.
Yeah.
It's seats and it's the theater curtains. And I showed it to Ray and he goes, I love it. Absolutely. So Mato did the backgrounds and the colors while Ray did her fully. And the two of them, and Mato again with Kevin, just powerhouse teams, man. I mean, beautiful. I love that cover.
This cover is just wow. And like I said, it's that classic feel of the old comic book covers that they used to do, when we were younger.
Remember those Punisher covers that they had like that style that they were a little,
They were a little, and I miss covers that
a little
told the
surreal.
story.
Yeah, they were a little surreal. Yeah, like kind of like Dolly. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss covers.
I haven't seen covers like that in a long
story.
time. Yeah, actually, I've not seen covers like that in a very long time.
They're all pinups now.
Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
It's just pinups. I mean, I'm not against pinups, but I like old school covers too that tell stories. So
Exactly.
and
this tells a complete story. It tells you about the crime. It tells you about her past. It shows how that she's a dancer. It shows that she's a fighter.
Yeah. And the symmetry of taking her mask off. Just awesome. Yeah, great cover.
This is beautiful too.
This is Marco Carrillo, Gary Giroux, and Antonio Diaz on colors. I kind of put up the wrong cover here, but it's the cover is right. But there was an homage we put on there in case, because it wasn't an homage to someone, but some people pointed out what they thought it reminded them of. Right. So just to keep the peace and not make it look like anybody tried to swipe anything, we put that, and I screwed up, but I'll get it on there before the thing goes to
What is this supposed to be an homage to? Because I can't see it.
It's not supposed to be an homage to anything, but some people pointed out a Jim Lee Batman cover.
Yeah, that's what I thought of. But it's very different. It's very different.
But we don't want anybody to think that we were swiping, so it's just safer to put on,
It makes sense. I see what you're saying.
It reminded me of it, but it's very different.
It's very different.
It is, right?
Very, very different, yeah.
Like it popped into my head that maybe it was something to do with Batman just because of the gargoyle, but do you have other heroes that hang out on gargoyles?
Yeah, true. You worry. Some people they look for shit to pick on,
Because technically speaking, if we're going to go in that direction, it could be Spider-Man, it could be Daredevil, Batman, it could be it could be
anybody who hangs out on top of buildings.
Yeah. It could be Spawn.
Even that Jim Lee one, he has one like that as Batman, and then he has one like that as Superman. And like, they combine as one? Is this the same thing? I think I'm trying to remember if they combine as one or if they're just two different images. But it's the same thing. It's just. Hey, Batman, can you get to the top of the building? So can Superman. All right.
That's a good question, man.
But it's a beautiful cover. And again, it has that classic feel of the old covers.
And I thought Antonio Diaz colors he did a nice job.
It is. It's a beautiful coloring job. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. Look at the detail on this.
And Amora Marie Powers did all my trade dress. And her husband, Rob Powers, did the font on the logo. And then she brought it out in the 3D. And the two of them just I mean, look at that logo. And if you look at the logo,
Shogun.
it's a ballerina slipper.
It
Look
is.
at the shape of it underneath and over.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Completely is.
watch
That's what
the,
amazed
watch the
me.
curve.
Nice.
That's what amazed me when I saw it the first time. I was like, I know what this is.
Rob, listen, at the time I was repping Rob, then I wasn't, now I am again, by the way. But I was in bed. I almost died from COVID, and then I started all this while I was in bed for 6 weeks. And when I was there, I was talking to Rob online, and I was like, "Get me a logo," because he's got logo. He's a logo designer. I'm not making this up. One shot. It was one shot. He sent it to me, and it was like one very minor thing I asked to change. I mean, so minor. It was me nitpicking. He nailed it. I looked at it and I said, "That's it. That's freaking it, man." It was just amazing. And then Maura making it the 3D.
Oh yeah, I had that on the screen for a bit, and she did a fantastic job at that in-depth 3D look. Wow.
And then you had the ballerina bathed in blood. Oh, it's
Exactly.
Just so, oh my God, the talent that if you want to give me credit, just give me credit for being smart enough to surround myself with the right talent, with great people that know what they're doing. That's about it.
It's beautiful.
I may get the quarterback credit, but man, my offensive line, shit.
These are just beautiful, man. Look at
James
this.
Avila, he'll be with us at CradleCon next week.
Another member going to CradleCon. See, people, that's why you should go to CradleCon at the Cradle of Aviation in Long Island, because it's an amazing con. We here at the Bitten Apple love CradleCon. It's one of our favorite conventions to go to.
You'll see Shadow Rabbit there with some awesome
exactly.
statues.
Thanks, Gus.
I liked this cover because Breath of the Dragon, like, people don't know, is he a dragon guy or is he wearing a helmet? They didn't know.
Right.
But James knew, despite not reading the book because book one hadn't come out yet. And I like the way he did the eyes behind the helmet there, and it was mysterious. It's cool. And everybody loves a superhero land.
Oh, James Avila is great. You know, we've talked to him a couple times. I've been trying to get him on the show for a while. I'll probably get him on sooner or later.
He's a good guy. And you know what's funny?
Yeah,
I kept calling him Avila. He goes, "It's Avila." I'm like, "Avila? Really? Isn't it Avila? Isn't that how it was always?" When he told me it's Avila.
It's Avila.
That's what he told me. But meanwhile, it's Eddie Avila. You know, I don't know. But Eddie has two L's, I guess. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't that be Eddie Avila?
Yeah, Avila, right? And look at this dude in a house. I don't know if he's still here.
We love the Son of Saint here at the Bitten Apple because he just does amazing work.
Dude, that's like a movie poster. It looks like a movie poster.
Nice.
Yeah, it does. It looks like your poster for the movie for Tragedy.
And he does a nice contrast to his all black cover the first time, where she's in a back alley with a gun pointed at her. So this is great. Movie poster. Angel just always stepping up.
He does.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Dude, he was so nervous. I remember when he did the first cover for you, he was so nervous. He's like, "Ralph, you think he's gonna like it?" Dude, that's fantastic. He's gonna love this. And it was the same thing with this one. He's like, "Ralph, I've been trying to work this. I wanted to do something different, and this is very different for Son of Saint." And you know, when I saw it, I was like, "Yo, Phil's gonna love this. Just show it to him."
Yeah, I did. Angel's a dude that I in a way I have a kindred spirit to, in the sense that he just goes for the gold. It's like, why set your standards for mid tier when you can just go all the way up? And I'm not saying that not that doing a cover for me means you hit the top. I mean, just do it. Just put it out there and see what happens. You know.
It's just it's breathtaking, and again, it's different than what he usually does. And I like what you did with the logo here. It goes through the whole thing. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, she
breathtaking.
She did a great job, and I like the colors that she used for everything. You know, the silver, and
she does a good job with them. Each one looks so fantastic.
Listen, Maura, her design, website design, and everything else is super top-notch professional. This was the winner. This was Kevin Anthony DeCastro. He was the winner.
He's the
of the
one
cover
that won.
contest.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? I had a winner in mind already, and again, I have 2 other people that we counsel about it, but I knew who I was going to pick as a winner. And Kevin comes out of nowhere with days to go. He goes, I don't know if I'm going to get this finished. There's a few things to tweak, but this is my cover. And I look and I go, son of a bitch. I was like, God, this is so good. And the problem is I get so many great artists coming in with covers. And Pete Vasquez jumped on too, and he did a cover that was really, really emotionally powerful.
I saw it. It was amazing. Yeah.
It was very emotionally powerful. And it's just hard to choose, you know? But
I don't envy your job, bro, because I saw these covers before you did the final decision, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this.
You know, it's hard for a bunch of reasons because you know that they're good people just trying to get a published cover, and then you look and they're all talented too. So that's why I have 2 other people that help me, because one of the people, stone friggin' cold. They don't give a shit about anything other than this is the best cover. And I need that to balance me out. Where the other one
definitely.
Where the other one is not stone cold, but they're very, very, they have a very sharp eye for art and composition and color and everything. See, because I'm partially colorblind. So that's another thing that hurts me. So with the 2 of them as my counsel, you know, it goes well. I think we've made the right choices each time.
This is just breathtaking, amazing. It just the fact that this was one of the covers put into the contest is just, you know, as you can tell, no words here.
Dude, I'm a nobody, and I get people wanting to give their best as if I was an Image Comics tryout. I don't understand it because I'm a nobody, but the fact that they step up the way they do and they want to be in it is so humbling to me. I am so appreciative of everybody's effort because they treat me with a level of respect that I don't feel I've earned yet, to be honest with you. But I'll take it. So
Definitely. Let's see. Oh, damn. I told you made the out of all the 3 issues, you've made this one the worst one to
you're like
figure
the 5th
out
person
which covers
to
you
tell
want
me
to
that.
get.
You're like the 5th person. Now here's the thing. This is a crossover cover, and I know I've been talking a lot. I apologize, but there's so much tribalism going on between Indiegogo and Kickstarter. You know, I'm not pledging because I'm not supporting Kickstarter. I'm not supporting Indiegogo because this person's on the platform. You're
that
not supporting.
happened? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not supporting platforms, people. You're supporting struggling creators.
Oh my
Cut the
God.
crap.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
Wow.
This tribalism's got to stop. So,
Oh, man.
Nicholas
Humanity, I
Gear.
don't know.
Nicholas Gear has his book called The Relentless Tin Soldier, and he's on Indiegogo right now. I have Tragedy. His is issue 2. It launches tomorrow. And we were like, you know what? Why don't we help each other promote our campaigns? But why don't we also try to show that you don't have to be either or. You can support both campaigns. So this is half of a full piece of a fastball special talking X-Men.
Yeah.
His character is on his cover. When you pledge his cover,
I can see the hand. Oh,
you pledge his cover and you pledge my cover, and you put both covers together. Scroll down, and this is what you get.
Here we go.
Eric Mindeltowski,
drum roll.
Oh, go down one more. I'll go back up to that in a minute.
There we go.
Bang.
Nice.
Now you can get them as virgins without the trade dress, and you put them together. You get this one full piece. You put them in a frame. You got a nice fastball special with his character and mine.
Cool.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be.
See, now that's a great crossover. I
it
like what you. I like that you do this. I like that you did it with Rob Powers and Biguino. You know, these cross promotion type things.
I did it with Sam Vera. We gotta help each other, man. We have to be there for each other. I swear to God, I mean that. This isn't a front. You know, there are some people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. I swear to God, man, life is too freaking hard for us to be doing it alone. We got to do it together. So those are the Ricardo Silva covers for issues 1 and 2. If you want to catch up on the physical. And that's all the covers. This is the book of covers.
Yeah, it's amazing. You guys should get the book of covers. It has all the covers for issues 1 and 2, and that way you're not buying all the issues. But if you want to buy
50
all
covers.
the issues, you can help fill out. So
It's like a 50-page book. It's 50 covers, man. Beautiful. And major artists in the industry and some amazing indie artists. Will Playden's covers in there too.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like page 2, I think. Beautiful. Beautiful painted cover.
And then you have the black and white, and you have the color.
Yeah. I love the grayscale.
And here you go. Oh my God, you're not kidding. Look at that thing.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So if you get this mystery box is going very well, actually. In the mystery box, you're going to get a random Tragedy 3 cover. So you random. You're going to get any one of these covers that we just showed, and it'll be my choice. I'll just throw it in there. And you're going to get 2 random covers from 1 and 2. So it could be 2 number 1s. It could be 2 number 2s. It could be 1 and 1. And it could be anything from the Wills cover to the Ian cover to Jim O'Reilly cover. And then everyone's mystery box will have the variant ice blue foil cover of Mike DeBalfo that you see right there. But there's only 25, and I think we've already sold 12 or 13. So
wow, you're doing well. And how much is the mystery box?
It's only $60 for all those.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad actually.
No. Well, think about this. That averages out to $15 a cover, but you're getting an ice blue foil. A foil cover usually goes for 30 or more.
That's what I was saying. Usually buying the foil is $60.
Yeah, and Mike DeBalfo is a bigger name in the independent, scene. So you're getting your money's worth. And again, you may get a Will Spatasio or Ian Churchill cover, and those were $30 books. So you're getting your money's worth.
Oh my God. Even the freaking pencils look fantastic.
Yeah, I did a comic size print. I do this every campaign in case you want to put your cover up, frame it right next to the original art. It's a scan of the original art.
Wow, look at that.
Scott Hanna inks.
Damn, look at that.
Scott Hanna's with JR right now on Spider-Man.
Well, we all know Scott Hanna here. We like him.
Great guy. Stickers, you want die-cut stickers? These are die-cut stickers.
Dude, the mask is beautiful. Like I was telling you on
Rob
your
Powers
show,
drew it.
I'm waiting for a pin of this.
Rob Powers drew the mask.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Rob does an amazing work, and like I keep looking at this mask, and I'm like, I need a pin of this so I can walk around with it.
I'll make an enamel pin. Listen, Rob Powers is just leveling up. He just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, I love watching his work, especially because he's on Twitch, he's on YouTube, he's on TikTok, and watching him work is just like it's a great show. Same thing as John Ottinger when he does his dwarves every Sunday, and then he actually gives away the art at the end. Oh, these guys are just like
I don't know how they do it.
Oh my God.
Chris Van Ryn, these are small 5x7 prints. It's a set. I really liked the animated series style that he did. It does.
It has that Batman feel, yeah.
Yeah, so I offered them as an add-on. It's only like $12 for the set of 3.
Nice. And of course, we know Rob's beautiful work here. Chibby's. I'm happy that I got both of them.
And here's the funny thing: the Anthony one he did. Did you see it?
Oh no, I know that it's part of the
stretch goal.
Whatchamacallit. It's the stretch goals. Oh, it's all the way on top. Hold on, let's. So I don't make people sick. Let's put you guys over here. Phil, go right ahead as I go back up. Let's see.
I'll send it to you in Messenger so you can.
Have a better look at it. Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now, and then if you want to put it up, this is the newest one in the set.
Yeah, I love his chibis. Oh my God, this is so cute. Oh, wait till you guys see this. Hold on, I'll put it up. Share the screen.
You remember Big Tony we talked about in the book? Well, this is the chibi of him.
Oh, this is too cute. Ah.
So I thought it was cool. We'll do a set of chibis. Every campaign we have a new character in chibi style, a chibi style.
That'd be great. It'd be great to see them all in chibi style.
Yeah, and dude, I have a rogues gallery that Good night, Will. Get some rest, my friend, or whatever time it is. I think you're like 15 hours in the future.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
That is beautiful. I like
By
that.
the way,
yeah.
Will Clayton had a Star Wars sale going on today, and it's going to go on tomorrow because it's tomorrow's May the 6th. Be with you.
I was just talking to Will about having him on. And I was asking him when the next art show for Will was going to be, because I feel like having him on right before the art show would be the best time to have him on. That way they can showcase his stuff, and then we can send him to the art show.
Well, I'm going to probably go to Whatnot with that one, but we might have one on Facebook as well. I have to talk to him about that and schedule it. It's based on when he's done with that first series, that legendary series.
All right, so both of you let me know, and then I'll have him on the show right before.
Cool.
That way we can
Thanks.
showcase the fact that you guys are doing the art show, and I'll be helping you host anyway. So
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
we missed you the last 2 times.
Yeah, I got busy for a minute.
No,
I'm still busy.
I get it. But Will's a great guy, an amazing artist and painter. So.
All right, guys. So Phil, we are at the 30 mark. So what is your final sell here? It's an amazing book. I believe that you guys should get Tragedy, because Tragedy is well written, incredible art, beautiful covers. There's just so much good with this book. But you tell us, Phil.
I've already talked your ears off. If you miss what comics used to be, where I'm not preaching to you about what you should think or believe or what you're supposed to do, and I'm just giving you an entertaining story with a character you can relate to, and some fun action and fighting and Chinese mysticism and metahumans and a great rogues gallery that you're going to get to see. And there's monsters and there's ninjas and there's rival mafias. And at the base of all of it is a character that you're going to relate to and you're going to root for. You're going to be there when she falls, and you're going to be there cheering when she triumphs. So I would just ask you to give it a shot. I really don't think it would be a loss of money. $6 gets you a PDF. Just give the book a shot. I don't think you'd be disappointed.
I agree. So, guys, who's going to go first? Tony, do you have your stuff prepared, or?
Never have my stuff prepared. I did
a write up.
Yeah, I did type it yesterday. It was like 3 books I went over briefly, and then the rest of it is how much I hated the new Spider-Man comic. So did not like it.
Oh, you started me up now.
Go ahead, Tony. Keep talking.
Okay.
I was thinking I would have a little bit more time before you just popped me up.
Fine.
All right. Well, that's it. I have a new type up. That's it.
I know it's a pretty good type up. It's pretty funny. You just finished reviewing something too, didn't you?
The Shenmue anime. I think the last thing I did. Yeah.
I think so. Because I know I read a review and I was cracking up with it.
Yeah. I really didn't enjoy Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys ever watched. There's a great podcast, Spider-Man Crawl Space, and they're gonna cover the issue. And I know those guys. A lot of times when they're on YouTube, I'm on there chatting with them, so I know they're gonna hate the issue. So it's gonna be fun.
And we all know that Tony doesn't like the direction that Spider-Man is going in right now.
No. But today, there's the Ben Reilly Spider-Man comic by James and James. That's good. Like anything, anytime they get those guys, like when Peter David sometimes does a book, I think he's gonna do the Fantastic Four. Anytime they get those guys, it's always good stuff. So anytime they get like the older Spider-Man writers to come in and do something that's pretty good. There's a David Michelini Venom book, so Michelini, I don't know, yeah. So there's some good stuff. I started reading. This was suggested to me by everybody. Just I started reading Power Rangers versus Godzilla, and this is like the dumbest thing.
About that. Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing you can ever. It's just as stupid as you think it is, and that's what makes it great. It's just so.
Well, I like Godzilla. I like Power Rangers.
Godzilla
so
like kicked that Zord's ass.
Deal.
That's exactly what happened.
Good. He's the king of the monsters.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so weird because every time IDW does a crossover, like every time, there's always a portal, like this dimension is crossing over with this dimension. I'm like, if there's 2 franchises that could coexist, I would think it would be Godzilla and Power Rangers. I mean, We got monsters
to
attacking
me,
us in
they
Angel
should be in
Grove.
the same universe.
I'm like, yo, we got monsters attacking us in Angel Grove. We got monsters attacking us in Japan. Like really? But no, we have to go over to the Godzilla universe. Really? But other than that, it's
Power
a
Rangers
lot of
couldn't
fun.
afford a flight to Japan.
That's all it was. Godzilla was like, I'm not paying for this. You guys better figure something else out.
I got a commission here of Voltron versus Ghidorah.
Ooh.
Wow, that's cool, man. I love Voltron,
Yeah.
man. I love Voltron.
That's a great combo right there.
Oh, and the funny thing is, the artist Sid Van Blue, she has Ghidorah like all around him, wings and all the heads, and he's like, "Oh shit!" He's got the sword out. You ain't slicing this one in half.
Oh, the blazing sword. All right, Nat, what do you got?
Alrighty. Let me know once you got me up, because now I got it on full screen.
Nat, that is nasty.
I have thousands of tabs, thank you. So, a couple of Kickstarters that we still got to mention. We got our friends at Nomnivore Games with their Kickstarter Dungeons and Dinos. It's a cute little card game filled with a bunch of dinosaurs and a bunch of puns. It's a lot of fun to play. Very cute. They are fully funded, but don't forget to keep supporting them. Then we have our friend, Bitsy Tandem. Wrong series.
There you go.
Bitsy Tandem with her stuff, Maiden in Disguise. Yeah, there's 20 days to go, but don't forget to go out and support them. They're really great. You can check out our previous streams with them to get some more personality and more info on the series. But basically, these are the short mid bits in between their long running series, all compiled into one short story. Then we also have, once again, Flushmalo working together with Bitsy Tandem and Isekai Productions. Maybe something else going on there. Who knows? And don't forget to support them. And that's pretty much all I really got.
And remember, next week, Wednesday, on the Written Writ, we have Nomnivore here with us to talk about their Kickstarter and talk about their amazing Emberwind games, D&D, not D&D game thingy.
I thought we were doing Dungeons and Dinos next week. That's why that's why I kept them up. I just remembered.
Of course, but that's the same company.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Shadow. Besides the fact that we're all going to CradleCon and hanging out with you and doing a bunch of Bit and Apple stuff, and then going over to Phil's booth and getting some Tragedy comics, and then going over to Game of Tunes and seeing what the little pin's gonna be. What do we got?
Man, I'm looking forward to that con, and just hanging out with you guys, because comics and all this is an escape from everything else, but it also gives you something to hope for, I mean, you write these stories about what you want the world to be or how it kind of reflects on you, and you can make it that way in some small way. So
that is true.
Stay frosty, everybody. World's only as bad as you want it to be sometimes.
But what if I want to live in a tiny capsule?
I think that opportunity might be presenting itself pretty soon. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need some escape pods soon to get out of this crazy planet.
Papa Elon's gonna fly us all to Mars anyway. So.
Escape pod.
Shadow, I did see that you were working on something for a friend of ours there.
I am. I'm not sure if I should show up, but whatever.
Well, you can talk about it. You don't have to
show.
You can tell, it looks good.
I'm dying right now from exhaustion. But Everborn Saga.
Everborn Saga.
You haven't checked that out, but it is awesome.
Oh, they're great over there, Everborn. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. And I will do what I do best here, which is I will tell you that we are the Appletinis. On Mondays, we have Apple Bites at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. On Tuesdays, we have the Tingling Tea at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Wednesdays, of course, you have us, the Written Writ Late Right, at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And those are all your Apple Bites and Appletinis and Apple whatever. And, of course, we will be Saturday going to individual comic book shops to check out Free Comic Book Day. I know Phil has a signing happening in Long Island, right?
Yeah, in Sayville. I'll be at Android's Amazing Comics. Sean Chen will be there too.
Oh, look at that. You got a double deal there if you go over there. And I will probably be hitting Royal Collectibles on Saturday because I like going over there, especially for Free Comic Book Day. They are amazing.
Which Royal Collectibles?
The one
Forest Hills.
that's Forest Hills. There you go. Thank you. I was gonna say the one that's not in Astoria.
So I'll be at Midtown Comics, downtown, probably early. So I'll be there. I spoke to him today. So I told him the same thing. I always say that you always say you get my Street Fighter comic, you're not gonna have it. So they told me straight up they're not gonna have it, but they told me the 6 books. They told me the 6 books they are gonna have, but they said Monday online I can order whatever I want. So that's cool.
Do you want me to get you the Street Fighter comic?
I'm gonna get it. So I'm gonna get it.
Sure, because Royal Collectibles always has their Street Fighter
Oh,
comics.
really?
They do.
Oh, cool. I'm nowhere near there. I'm nowhere near there. So that's fine. All right. So I'm gonna get it. So I'm good.
There you have it, folks. Enjoy your Free Comic Book Day. If you see any of us at the locations we are at, say hi. We might even put you on the Bit and Apple itself. Who knows? And of course, we are all looking forward to CradleCon, which is in 2 weeks. And we will all be there. And we will all be hanging out. And we'll be doing all our Appletini crazy stunts through the whole Cradle of Aviation because it is an amazing convention. And we're not kidding when we say it is. Just the location alone is beautiful. And it has such a beautiful energy to it. And then the week after that, on May 21st, we will be doing Arts in the Park in Randolph, New Jersey. So join us as we start heading through the cons again and drop dead from all the stuff we're doing. But like Phil says, we'll sleep when we're dead.
Pretty much.
So Phil, how about you take us out today and say what you usually say as I press this button and make things happen?
Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.